Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Today's Restaurant News Networking Group. Today is May the 17th, and I'm Howard Appel, the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News. And we are a group of vendors in the restaurant industry who are here to help each other grow our businesses and also to help any restaurant owner, manager, or chef with any problems or concerns they might have, and they're looking for help to solve. If you fall into that category, or if you'd like to join us as a member, give us a call at 561-620-8888 and go to our website at trnusa.com and check out our YouTube channel, and that is under Today's Restaurant. And somewhere on that channel is the presentation by Terry Ark, somewhere like 2017, 2018. Whoever can find it gets a prize. I know.
Oh my goodness.
When Darren just dropped off, I want to thank Darren for stepping in last week with short notice. For those of you who were here, I had a medical thing I had to take care of. Everything's fine, everything's good. So thank you all for your concern and calls, etc. Terry, you want to do what you want? Let me get this set up for you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so my name is Terry. I own Creative Business Impressions. I'm located here in Boca Raton, Florida. However, I do business all over the country. I am the person that can provide any product that you want to put your company logo on, everything from banners to mugs, cups, travel mugs, all kinds of things. So anything that would help your customers remember you. So great for the restaurant industry. I like to work with restaurants that to help to give them products that they can upsell to their customers that also help you get more of a loyalty program that way. And yes, I'm ready anytime you want to send this over, Howard. I always like to show something off.
You can share. I'm ready. Go ahead and share the screen.
Okay. Share the screen. Okay. I gotta find it here. There we go. Okay. Share. Okay. This right here is a brand spanking new product that I just love. And my thoughts on this was for mid to high-end restaurants. This is what they call an MFC pen. And it's very similar to using a QR code, and it's great where you can direct your customers to a page on your website or a menu or something like that. So I'm going to let this go for 30 seconds here. Hope that's loud enough.
We don't get any audio. Is that supposed to be the case? Terry?
Terry, can you hear us?
Yes, I have it on sound.
I think you're supposed to share the sound as well.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, didn't know that. So let me see. How do I share the sound? Don't know how to do that.
That's a good question.
Share.
I think.
Oh, okay, so let's see if that works. Let me try it again.
Introducing the
There
NFC
you go.
pen, a sleek executive metal pen with cutting-edge NFC technology. Compatible with both iPhones and Androids, simply tap the pen to your device for instant access to your digital content. With generous space for your imprint, this multifunctional pen is not just a writing tool, but a unique promotional powerhouse.
Okay, that's it. Goodness, now I got the lawnmower out there. So this right here, how do I unshare? I'm gonna do this often enough.
At the top, it should say stop sharing screen.
Stop share. There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So basically it's a great product for someone who wants to more a little bit more of a high end kind of a thing. And I apologize for the noise back in the background. Where you can actually get if a restaurant wants to promote maybe a new menu, specials coming out, they can put it on a particular page, and as you change it, whoever has the pen will automatically get the updates. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool product. Terry showed it to me during the week this week, and you can just touch the pen to your phone, and
Yep.
your website comes up.
Yep.
It's
Oh, what
great.
it does. I was unclear. Okay.
You can
Okay.
it's like directing people to the landing page or your website or anything like that. It's very, very cool, very cool. I guarantee you, if you bought these and you did a show, they would disappear very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually it's some kind of like a QR code, but people will take it with, people will take it with them and use it on a regular basis. So they'll be reminded on a regular basis, oh, let me see what the new menu is or what their specials are. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Great idea.
Yeah,
Hey,
very
may I
cool.
ask a question, Terry?
Of course.
Do you also do marketing?
I do anything pertaining to marketing that pertains with the products. Yes. I can
Okay.
help. Yeah.
Okay.
Starting a new business. And I can use some marketing.
Yeah, just shoot me an email later. Thank you.
I will.
Any other questions on that? If not, I want to move ahead with our speaker for today. It's Emily from Deliver That, and thank you for volunteering. I think everybody in the group should plan to do a presentation, because I just found out something this morning from one of our members in the group, who I've known personally for a couple of years, and I never knew that he did what he said this morning. So it's really important to understand how the presentation and the one-on-ones really help to get to know each other. So Emily, I'm going to turn the floor over to you, and thank you.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I do have a deck that I'm going to pull up. I'm not going to, give you a whole slide deck presentation, but sometimes it helps to have a little bit of something in front of you. So let me pull this up.
And Emily, are you in marketing as well?
No,
Sounds like it. Oh,
I mean, I definitely do the sales side of marketing, but not in marketing itself. Give me 1 second.
okay.
Just trying to get Zoom access to pull this up.
While Emily's pulling it up, her company has an awesome podcast I would highly recommend everyone listen to also. It's great.
I appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been listening recently.
Awesome. Well, unfortunately, not going to be able to pull up the deck. It's going to make me like exit out and come back on. So I can share it after our call, but we'll kind of touch on everything. But high level, we are a last mile catering delivery service. So we do delivery and setup. So similar to like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats, but we just do the catering side. It's what our bread and butter is. It's what we specialize in. To-go orders are a lot different than catering deliveries. A lot higher touch, usually kind of more professionalism behind it. They're going into doctors' offices or just higher level, I don't want to say clientele, but you want to have that great appearance for those larger catering orders. Our team started really in 2013 by our two founders who were actually college roommates. They were on a college campus trying, to figure out a business, make some money, and they were delivering anything they can, from toilet paper to calculators. And they evolved the industry in 2016. They were like, there's an open market to doing catering deliveries. There's no one just in the catering space. So really from 2016 to now, they've taken off, slowly ramped it up, kind of figuring out the catering catering side. And then I would say in the past 2 to 3 years, of course, with COVID hitting, we have excelled tremendously. We just hit our millionth order, so very exciting. Made a huge newsletter about that essentially. But we also do everything, like Jordan mentioned, kind of not marketing, but we have our podcast where we have high-level catering directors from Smoky Bones to Doghouse to Nuke's Eatery, Wegmans, Food Market. So really everyone just kind of evolving the catering space. So while of course our core business is the catering delivery side, we also have different channels as well that we want to market and educate the industry itself in the catering side. With that, how we receive orders, we work from partners all the way from small independents up to large, 500 unit chains, such as a Honey Baked Ham. We have a dashboard where locations can submit their deliveries over to us to handle. We also have integrations with brands like Olo and MSI. So really start to finish everything from that catering side. Our drivers, we really push on professionalism and that white glove side. So they're always in business casual attire, proper vehicles. You're never going to have someone showing up in pajamas on a bike to deliver a catering order. Just kind of the checks and balances to make sure that we're carrying your brand standard across the board. So after kind of reviewing it, I would love to open the floor to some questions.
Emily, are you still working with PDQ?
Yep, so still working with PDQ. Slower rollout, but yes, they are one of our partners, and I know Sabrina's on some of these calls. But yes, they are one of our partners, and they're actually utilizing our Olo integration.
I have a question. Are you, Emily, is your delivery people, are they employees of your company, or are they contracted out by your company?
Yeah, so contracted workers, so all 1099, they go through our extensive training process. So the entire onboarding revolves really with, videos, quizzes that they have to pass. We make sure that they have the proper carrying equipment. We make sure that we do DMB checks. But yes, they are contracted for the driver piece at least.
And Emily, what is your territory? Where does your territory start and end? Is it?
So our sales team is myself and our director of business development. So really our territory is everything, completely open market. We are in all 50 states and we've got over 25,000 drivers now. So we're in pretty much every major market. Some small, like Kalamazoo, for example, we're not in there yet, but we're pretty much everywhere. With that too, outside of just restaurants, we also, like I mentioned, if everyone's familiar with Wegmans, it's a grocery chain in the Northeast. They're a huge partner of ours. They do so much catering delivery, so we're kind of looking into other markets as well, aside from just the restaurant space.
Yeah, I was going to ask about grocery stores and those kind of like I was thinking Costco, Sam's, those kind of things, because they do some catering.
Yeah, so really any catering we'll handle. With that too is our biggest thing is we want to make sure that our drivers, you'll hear from our drivers that they love working for us because A, they get paid more, and B, we really, we started with 5 drivers, 4 drivers, of course, restaurants as well. But making sure that you're giving your drivers a positive experience, that's kind of the start of it. If they're not happy working for you, they're not going to get that great brand setup and everything behind it. So we push that from start to finish. So with that, say they're in a market where they're maybe not getting as many orders as they'd like, they're only getting 1 or 2 a day. We're trying to figure out how can we maximize their time. So maybe it's even grocery delivery, kind of getting into that category. So one of the best things about us is we're customizable. So we're not kind of locked into one avenue. We're willing to try things and figure it out with every single partner.
That's a lot to keep up with, young lady.
Yeah.
So this is not instead of, oh, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
No, I was at a funeral yesterday and we went back to the house afterwards, and a funeral home had sent some catering over to the house. So that may be a market for you to consider as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's catering in every single space. So we're looking in every avenue.
So this is not instead of like an easy cater. This is in addition to, because it's just more revenue, correct?
Yeah, so great question. Anyone who's familiar with ezCater, I would say essentially they're more of a marketplace. We are one of ezCater's providers. So if you utilize Easy Dispatch, which is their dispatch portal, so they push those orders out to delivery companies. We're one of them. We're one of their largest ones. So we deliver some of their orders, but our direct partnership side is just the delivery side. So yes, we are not a marketplace. We're more just the operational aspect.
And then just US or Canada as well?
So just US, we did a little dabbling in Canada and we'll definitely get back there. But we want to make sure we solidify the US before branching out. My last role was actually at Virtual Dining Concepts. So Mr. Beast Burger, if anyone's heard of that brand, it's definitely tanked a little bit. But did the international expansion on that side, took Mr. Beast to Canada and the UK. Amazing experience, but something that I've definitely told the Deliver That team is you want to make sure everything is solidified before going international, because it's a big leap. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Anybody have any other questions for Emily? It's a
Hey
neat,
guys, sorry I was late. I just got off another Zoom with my company. Apologies. How's
Hey,
everyone?
see you.
it's a unique niche that you fill.
Yeah, we just went to the Food on Demand conference in Vegas last week, actually. I'm sure Jordan's seen all of our content. We did probably 6 or 7 different interviews with industry professionals. Our founder was on a panel. We had, I'll say just, quick, it was the biggest conference we've ever had. People were actually coming to us and wanting our assistance. We have a name in the industry now, so super exciting. And I think in the next year, we'll make an even bigger splash.
Great.
Okay. Well, I thank you very much. And anybody, I don't think we have anybody next week, but the week following that, I think Gabby, is that right?
No, I
Oh.
presented last week.
Oh, that's
the
right.
schedule-
I wasn't here.
Yeah, you sent a revised schedule that put me on last week, so I did it last week.
Okay,
with
good.
Darren.
Well, there was somebody, well, all right. If anybody who wants to schedule themselves, please let me know, send me an email. I'm happy to schedule you. It's like I said before, it's important and helpful.
When everybody's had their turn, I'm happy to do another one. So,
I have to go back to Gabby's from last week. I had Howard at the emergency room, so I didn't get to see it either. So I will go back and look.
She did a great job. Fantastic job.
My boss was here to snoop on me, so Ben was here, yeah.
Pressure was
He
on.
was trying to be inconspicuous, and then Darren was like, "Who's on that iPhone over there?" He's like, "Oh, it's just me." He was trying to be sneaky about it.
All right, so I want to do our regular intros. We have a couple of returning people on the board today. Vito, welcome back. Why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, and what you're doing, how we perhaps could help.
Okay, so I've been in the restaurant business since I was 13 years old, scrubbing pots in an Italian restaurant, and moved up the chain to opening a 450-seat restaurant in Fort Lauderdale. And then ultimately last year, I started working for a point-of-sale company and became the chief technology officer for that company. So I'm into obviously IT and tech. I just sent out a little message. My wife happens to be a professionally trained chef. We rescued a dog from an abandoned shelter, and she decided to use her knowledge of chefing to create our own like human grade dog food, which she currently is doing locally. I'm a car guy. I've been a car guy since I was like 12. Um, I'll show you. If you see that. It's kind of blurry. And other than that, I mean, right now, kind of we're creating a new company that is not really in hospitality per se. It's more like if you think of an Airbnb, but it's a little spin on that. I raised my two sons myself through high school and into college. And my older son created his own company now. And my younger son works for that company as well. They're 32 and 31 years old. Other than that, just kind of, as they say, bobbing and weaving, trying to figure out what to do next. And so I guess that's about enough.
Give me a call when you have a chance.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I'd like to have a one-on-one with you, Vito.
Say that again.
I would like to have a one-on-one with you.
Oh, okay.
all right. And thank you. And Guy.
Good morning, everyone. Guy Salish, Vision Financial Strategist. We just finished actually a retooling and rebranding, changing the company from an outsourced accounting company to doing profit analytics, management and financial management accounting for restaurants to improve profitability and cash flow, most importantly. And we're moving forward now. Rebranding will be complete probably in 2 weeks. And we're also working on a new tech stack. I've got to talk to Jordan later about it, but everything's moving along nicely.
Congrats, Guy. I'm excited to reconnect. That sounds great.
Good.
Okay. I never got your email, Guy.
Regarding,
All right. Let's move on. Welcome back. Let's go to Jordan. Good morning.
Morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Jordan, CEO of Starfish here. We are a restaurant tech platform that uses AI to automate P&L analysis. So instead of a bookkeeper like Guy or a restaurant having to go line by line, looking at how costs are increasing, we automate that using AI. And the output are what we call tasks, which give a step-by-step guide on how to actually lower costs and increase profits. We are based in Boca, and I'll put my cell and email in the chat. And again, if anyone's going to NRA show next weekend, I know Terry Lena not on here because she's probably there. We'll make sure to snap a picture together for everyone in the group also. But yeah, have a great day. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Tell us how we can reach you.
Yeah, so my cell is 914-844-5775. And my email is jordan.silverman@usestarfish.com. Still too cheap to buy the actual Starfish domain.
Okay. Good luck at the show.
Thanks.
yeah, for clarification, we don't do any bookkeeping. We're all analytics and advisory. So when we talk about tech stack, we're looking at tech that can speed an analytic process, but we don't do outsourced accounting in the function of bookkeeping.
Yeah, more CFO work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, are you going to have a booth at NRA?
No, just walking. We originally signed up
okay.
for a booth, and then everyone kept telling me, "You're an idiot. You've never been to NRA. Don't get a booth. Walk it the first time, and then you can get a booth."
Yeah. We had a 120-foot booth, and we learned very early that you need to get the thickest carpet possible.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I found a 5x5 to be overwhelming, so I can't even imagine that.
Okay, Randy, you with us?
Good morning, everybody. Randy Pumputis with Heartland Payroll. Emily, congratulations on Wegmans. I'm from Rochester, New York originally, and Wegmans, for you folks that don't know, they were the #1 privately held company in Rochester as an employer, voted #1. They're making their way down here. If you've never experienced it, if you get a chance, do a walkthrough. You'll be amazed. So congratulations on that. Back to business. Heartland Payroll. We are a Fortune 500 payroll and HR company, exclusively endorsed by the NRA. Jordan, have a blast. I will not be there this year. I gave up my seat the last 2 years. And we are also exclusively endorsed down here in Florida, which I sit on several councils to help with restaurateurs. We specialize in everything from startups, acquisitions, multi-state, and my favorite as of this year, franchise groups. So if any questions regarding payroll HR, feel free to call me at 585-622-2993. Thanks so much.
Okay, Darren, good morning. Did you guys show up?
They're here and they're working.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Darren Gull with Tracy.net. We take the aches and pains out of phone and internet services. So if you know anybody struggling with their phone system, features missing they wish they had, those are the types of things we do. Also for people in the credit card processing, we have an SD-WAN solution that can keep that transaction up even in an internet failure. So we have lots of unique ideas that we do. Truly, we are problem solvers. We look for problems and find solutions to them. If there aren't problems, we let people know what you got is working. But if it ever changes, give us a call. So if you know anybody'd like a free consultation, you can reach us at 800-881-8899 or sales@traci.net. Tracy is an acronym, not a name. It's for transmit, receive, and communicate information. It was valid in 87 when we started. It's still valid today.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. John Marinek. John, did you reach that contact that I sent you?
Yeah, I did. I sent him a note and I didn't get anything back yet.
I was hoping he would come today.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything back from him. I wrote him an email because I'm up in New York.
Oh.
So
okay.
Be a good chance to see him.
I was given a lead by another gentleman who runs another group, but not specifically for the restaurant industry. And he had somebody in there who was opening up a coffee shop in New Rochelle in New York. And I wrote him an email inviting him to come today. Maybe he went to Chicago, I don't know. But John, I mentioned John in my letter, and John can tell you what about it.
Yeah, no, it was a good lead, and hopefully something will come out of it. He's not too far from where I'm at. I was up in White Plains, so I can get it right over to him. But I appreciate it, Howard. It was it looks like a good lead.
Yeah, to tell us what you do.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to also say, you should give that one to Terry too, Anyway, my name is John Marinek Food Service Consultants, and we design restaurants and consult to restaurants. We're finishing a lot of projects right now that are coming into South Florida. We have offices in Florida, North Carolina, and New York. If you have a restaurant being ready to be built, we're the people to call, 954-817-1183. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to Azalia.
Good morning, team. My name is Azalia. I am a full-time business broker and commercial realtor. So we are currently selling 34 restaurants. If a restaurant operator in Miami-Dade or Broward wants to buy a restaurant, sell a restaurant, or rent my favorite second-generation spaces that have the bones, the infrastructure, and not have to pay key money, that's kind of what I do. So give me a call. My number is in my name, so I know it's 786-457-2796. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Terry Ark,
Oh, didn't you record me when I did it earlier?
do
No?
it again. You get a bonus.
You want me to do it again? You want me to do it again? Okay. Okay, so my name is Terry. I am the owner and operator of Creative Business Impressions. I am goodness, I get it twice. That's great. I provide promotional items. So
That's why I
provide-
called on you again, just to give you the practice.
Thank you. Yeah, I need it. I provide anything that you want to put your company logo on. And so it's really great for restaurants to have products that they can upsell. So we can help to provide, you know, if you walk into a Starbucks, you know, they have a whole big wall full of things that is great for, you know, their customers, and they can take them home. And it's also a reminder to have things in front of you that they're going to use on a regular basis. So, and again, I apologize for the lawn guy outside. I hope you can hear me. So what I usually do with those kind of things, if somebody's going to use a product for upsell, I try to work the price and get it lower so that everybody can benefit. So that way you can sell the product at a price that is a reasonable price for customers to buy. So if anybody out there is looking to do something like that, please let me know. And my information's in the chat.
Tell us how we can reach you. So people.
My phone number is 561-308-1393.
Okay, thank you. The dynamic duo is here today. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Kevin, you want to talk about us today? Or you want me to do it?
Go ahead, Chris. I had it last week.
Okay, we probably sound like a broken record at this point, but we are strategic supply chain partners. We function as an outsourced purchasing department for our clients, delivering significant savings on all of their procurement programs, focusing mainly on broadline distributors, their Cisco's, US Foods, Gordon's, Cheney's of the world. We typically get their prices reduced anywhere from 8 to 15%. And we have a variety of techniques that we employ to do that. We also can handle utilities, linen, small wares. We've negotiated trash removal programs for a couple of our clients. And you know, I guess to give you an example of where we are, you know, we got a couple of clients we started with at go back to April, March 2022. Is that right, Kevin?
That's correct.
You know, kind of at the height of the, you know, nearing the end of the whole COVID thing, but you know, the whole supply chain thing was really spiraling out of control. Two of our largest clients, basically their pricing through the work that we've been able to do for them, their pricing basically, if you look at it from a average case cost, which is one of the metrics that we use to determine success, they're within 25 cents of what they were paying 2 years ago. In an environment where we all know, I mean, what have we seen food inflation the last 2 years?
Yeah.
18%. It's not just at the grocery store, it's in broadline distribution as well. So I think that is a, you know, great testimonial to what we're able to deliver for clients. We work on a contingency basis, meaning we only get paid if we find savings. Although we do have a couple other methodologies we're using now. We've got one client we've signed up that is a startup, so they're hiring us as outsourced purchasing, and we're going to set up all their purchasing programs, but you can't really measure save if there's nothing to measure against. So different type deal, but we're going to function as an outsourced consulting purchasing department for them as well. So again, strategic supply chain partners. Howard posts all the contact information on the email he sends out at the end of the meeting. We do, by the way, have a great referral program as well if anybody's interested. We have a couple of people on this call we work with, and a couple on the morning call that we work with also. So, Kevin, anything you want to add?
Yeah, if you want to check us out and find out more about us, take a look at our website at www.ssc.partners. Got a lot of great information on there and give you kind of an overview of what we do on behalf of our clients. Or you can give me a call directly at 407-497-9495. And I live up near Orlando. So I am the Florida-based partner with our company. Look forward to talking to you all, and thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you. Gabby, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Hope your week was better than mine. Mine was just like all over the place. So happy it's Friday. So Gabby with Worksite PEO, we're a full service professional employer organization. That's a very fancy word for HR outsourcing. So we do payroll, benefits, workers' comp, 401k, and HR. With the payroll, we do the payroll taxes and tax credits as well. So for restaurants, it's very beneficial because we will put money back in their pockets every quarter. We'll calculate their FICA tip tax credit and workers' opportunity tax credit. For the FICA tip tax credit, we do the calculation and send them money back every single quarter. That's something that no other organization PEO is doing out there. But we do it because it's the benefit for our restaurant clients. And that service is free of charge. I'm still mind blowing that we're not charging a cent or a dime for that. So that's just completely free for our clients, our restaurant clients. And then we also have special programs that will give access to employee health benefits for, especially for industries that have low participation. So restaurants always have that challenge. Where normal health benefit plans require at least 50% participation. We only required, we have one that has a minimum of 3 and another one that has a minimum of 5. And then we have another program that is no minimum and it's a portable program as well. So if you want to learn more about it, I will be happy to talk to you. I'm also a business, strategic business growth strategist. So if you want to sit down with me and look at your long-term, short-term goals, I will be happy to do that as well. And my phone number is 561-479-7474.
Okay, thank you. John Bunn, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is John Bunn with the Bunn Company. We manufacture the string tying machines since 1907. Kind of an interesting fact. I don't know if you'll be able to see this card or not. Oh, there
Yeah,
it was.
A little bit.
Kind of there, kind of not. Anyway, this machine was built in 1953, still running today in a mail house out in Dallas. It's very typical for our machines. They last a lifetime. What we like to say is when you buy a bun, you buy it for life. They're simple to operate. They're simple to repair. They're a low-cost product. You bundle newspapers, magazines, printed materials. We bundle bakery boxes for the bakery industries. Restaurants can use them to secure their delivery foods. You can call me at 1-800-222-BUN. Our email is info@buntyco.com. And our website is buntyco.com. Thanks.
Hey, good morning. Steve Geller, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Geller. My company is Leasing Solutions, LLC. I'm located in Palisades, New York. I've had my company since 2001, 23 years in business. I fund transactions nationwide, Canada, and Puerto Rico. Funding sources throughout the industry. I can do equipment financing, startups, existing companies. I do working capital, SBA loans. I can be reached at 845-362-6106. My associate in Florida, Pam Ewart, the number is I'm gonna screw it up again. I forgot her number. 813-531-0654. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Gary, good morning.
How is everybody? Sorry again for being late. Apologize. Just a quick side note. Is it Randy? You said you were from Rochester? Is he there still or not?
He's on
Oh, he
mute.
did? Okay, but I didn't hear Emily got the Wegmans. I lived in Rochester for a while. One of my best friends lives there for years, and he actually
is.
has a corporate account with Wegmans, which was pretty cool. But anyhow, my name's Gary Gridley. Grew up in upstate New York, and my former background was in food equipment. So I did that for about 8 years and worked in the kitchens with chefs and recommending all the food equipment that they want for the kitchens. And now I've shifted to working with Spot On, and we're just a software solution company to help the restaurants do anything possible to help them, make more money and stuff. And we do pretty much everything. So just if you need any more information, just contact me at 904-662-7788, or you can reach me at gary.gridley@spoton.com.
Okay, thank you. TRN Terry, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Look at that giant smile on Randy's face. Chris Rodriguez, I'm very happy that you actually did your presentation. And no matter how many times you say it, you never know which video people are watching on YouTube. And all this time that you've been doing this, I had no idea, and I probably wasn't listening close enough, and I apologize for that, but I had no idea that you did linens as well, and now doing the other thing with the trash. That's a big deal. So when we go out to places and we do things, I like to know what everyone does. I have the sheet, we talk to people, and you look around and your mind, how many people are in the group, what they do. But if you don't know the complete, that's a big deal. Linens and stuff. You know how many hotels people stay in and just stuff like that. That's good to know. So I'm really glad that you threw that in.
Well,
So that was anyways. So what I do, now that I have your attention, is the monthly leads report that pretty much many of you do get. And that report is extremely comprehensive with owners' names, phone numbers, email addresses. What stage are they in? Are they looking to develop? I've got some that I came across that I had people that work for us sent us over today, actually yesterday and today, a couple of chains into Florida that have not been here before. And I'm starting to put in some of the food chains that are coming in. There's a lot of really bizarre things that one doesn't fit with the other, yet they're coexisting in the same co-branded space. I can't figure it out, but they do need pretty much everything that everyone here. So those reports are invaluable. If you go online, they are $8.99 for a year. The group price is not that. You can pretty much almost slash that in half for the group price, and you would get that for a year. And I can guarantee 50 brand new leads a month, and that's in the under construction planning stages, not in the new opening. That's another 50, 40 or 50. But the part that most people are interested in is that. Now, somebody like Chris and Kevin, they would be more interested in maybe the older ones from last year or the year before that can, call and find out if they're happy with their services. Send quick emails, use the email list and send out a blast email, finding out if they're happy with what they're paying. Most of the people are going to tell you absolutely not. Are they happy with their payment systems? No, because the fees are high, which Randy, I need to talk to you about. And, everything that everyone does here is invaluable. Darren with his phone system, for the lowest prices ever, like he quoted a price for 3 lines of whatever it was way below $100. And who's going to get that anywhere? So every single thing that we do here is of value to every single person that is on that list in some capacity. So anybody that wants a sample, I'll send it over. It will not have email addresses and it'll be an older list, but you can at least look at it to see where the value is. Terry at trnusa.com. Have a good weekend.
Did I miss anybody? Okay, we have a couple of minutes left. I want to read this letter that I pulled off the internet that was written by a restaurant owner. And, you know, I belong to lots of groups on social media, and this one caught my eye. I think that Chris and Kevin are going to have something to say about this. I'll just read it, and then if we have time, we can talk about it. I believe I just had my first bad experience with a customer. Last night, a family stopped by about 20 minutes before closing, which is fine. We stopped taking orders about 10 minutes before closing. Their order was completed by 11 p.m. It was a large order. She called this afternoon asking for a refund because she stated that her food was cold, not cooked properly, overcooked, oily, and that all of her family woke up gassy. She kept mentioning on the phone that she spent $120 and that because of them, we got a big closing order. She was asking for a full or partial refund. I told her that I didn't feel comfortable just giving her money back without speaking to my cook. So I understand the situation, speaking to my cook, so I understand the situation better. At the end of the call, she told me that she doesn't want to do this back and forth, and that if she doesn't get a refund, she's going to report us to Consumer Affairs. At that point, I just told her to go ahead. Because she wasn't allowing us to figure out a solution. What should I have done? What should I do?
Tell her not in 5 minutes before you stop taking orders. Kidding.
I don't think that's you should be kidding. I think that if you got a large order, it's, you know, you got to give them time to make it. I don't know what kind of restaurant this is, but getting all the information before you give a response is only allowing somebody to get all the information before they give a response is common courtesy to me.
She just wanted her.
One of the people in our early group said that they could smell a shakedown. I don't know about that. John's shaking his head. What do you think? What do you think?
Usually when there's that many complaints, like all in one, they're full of the gas that they woke up with. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're really
yeah.
They're just looking for a way to, you know, weigh out and try to get the money back. You know, if they're specific on one thing or two things, then they usually have something to talk about. But when they start going all over the place, you know that they're just reaching for straws.
Even the time that they place that order. Who goes into a restaurant when they're about to close? If you're expecting quality and service, you don't do that to people last minute like that. So even from the time, it kind of seems like they were looking for trouble.
So
I can't see what they would do differently to make the food terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that they're saying, all of a sudden, it's late at night, even if he was angry about, it seems like the chef is used to working right up to the end, and everybody is usually in the restaurant. So I don't know.
Gas is a normal byproduct of digestion. That doesn't mean that the food, it was bad or anything like that.
Yeah.
That means that they order something that it was heavy on their stomachs, and they should probably not be eating that. It's not the restaurant issue. It's more of a consumer issue at that point. And
I think the hard part is like,
it sounds like a complete bogus complaint.
And they
problem
all,
is that like every response given so far here is rational. And obviously this woman was being completely irrational. So you can't really give a rational response to someone being irrational. You basically have two options: say sorry and hang up the phone, or give them a refund.
My other additional comment to this is if they're going to send a complaint to Consumer Affairs is going to give the restaurant an opportunity to respond.
Well, the owner did ask for the opportunity to talk to her chef to find out. Yeah, so she was trying to do the right thing to resolve it.
Yeah.
So, and the customer cut her off at the knees.
just wanted her money back, pure and simple. It's just idiocracy. I'm sorry.
She was feeling buyer's remorse the next day, and she didn't feel like she wanted to spend $120 in food, and she decided that she wanted a refund.
And maybe she didn't know, maybe there was something in there that if this was a family affair, maybe there was something there that the family has allergies to and didn't know. But still, you need to want to give the restaurant the opportunity to respond.
The whole family?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it could be certain digestive. I don't know. You still have to give the restaurant an opportunity to get the information to respond.
Absolutely.
Chris, you're surprisingly quiet on this.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting.
Well, Howard, we're already over time, and if I get on my soapbox, we're going to be here another 20 minutes. But
no, we can continue this.
I ran restaurants for a long time. I supervised restaurants for a long time. I ran restaurant companies for a long time. And there's two sides to this equation. There's the old saying, the customer's always right. The customer's not always right. As a matter of fact, some people just aren't your customer. That's a reality. Another reality is through my time in the restaurant business, okay, there's a specific line on your P&L called operating comps, and that's for bad food, bad service, so on and so forth. It's exactly where you refund a customer, typically. I saw those grow from less than 0.25% of sales to 3% of sales during my career. Because the public learned all you got to do is complain and a restaurant's going to give you the money back.
Right.
I had hostesses come tell me, Chris, I heard them talking on the way in how they're going to scam the restaurant and get their dinner for free. There's that whole side of the world. And there's a group of people out there who think that way. They're the same type that will sit on a patio and walk on a bill. All this kind of stuff happens in the industry. You also have people who will make a scene in the middle of a dining room and put you on the spot where I got to diffuse this for the other 300 people in my dining room. What do I do? Over time, what I saw the industry do is just accept the fact about 3% of your business is going to be comps for people like this. And the other thing is, we can speculate whether it sounds like a scam or not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You never really know. Some people are just misguided. You want to know how many times we heard 15 minutes after they ate, they're calling or saying they got food poisoning, and they believe they got food poisoning. Although biologically and medically, there's no way you got food poisoning 15 minutes after you ate something, number one. Number two, if you got it, everybody else in the restaurant that ate the same dish should have it too. Why don't they? So Jordan said it. There's a lot of irrational stuff goes on out there. Your decision comes down to, is it worth the hassle? Because here's the other thing. People don't brag on you when you do great. We all know the statistics, something goes wrong in not just restaurants, any business, they tell 10 of their friends. And with social media, it explodes. This person can choose to go to, who did they say, Better Bit or Consumer Affairs, whatever. They can also post stuff on Facebook or Yelp or what. Is it worth the risk of the negative publicity? Real complaint, illegitimate complaint, rational, irrational person. You really just got to decide, is it worth fighting? I rarely saw an individual restaurant manager, a company win these kind of battles. Kevin, I don't know what you think.
No, I think the reason it went from 0.25 point to 3 percentage points, Chris, is because people caved into the fear of the exposure that people have the power on social media, especially to really really damage your brand way beyond $120 worth of comp. Because really $120 worth of $120 comp is not $120 worth of expense to a company. It's probably 40, 50 bucks. So is it worth 40, 50 bucks to give back 120? You give back the cash, I get that, but to get, you know, $10,000 worth of exposure, that's negative.
Good point.
You know, it's not worth
it.
So even though it probably is a scam, it sounds like a scam to me. The fact is that you're trying to mitigate, you know, having a bigger issue. It probably would be better to either not take the sale if you can't handle it at the end of the night, or just cave in like everybody else seems to be doing and give them their money back, or part of it anyway.
You know what the right thing probably is? Give them their money back and then post on your social channels about the experience and how the customer is always right and how important it is. You'll drive more than $120 in sales just getting customers rallying around you and behind you.
That's a good point. Very good point.
That or every scammer in their area would come in and try and do the same.
That is also true, Darren. It's like a bat signal for people, right? Take my money.
Honestly, you know, gang, I had years ago when I was running restaurants, we had customers that my servers could identify. They would show up every week, order the same dish and complain, but there was always a different manager on duty. And finally the service came, this is what they're going to order. This is what they're going to complain about. We'd give them the refund and say, you know what? We are happy to let you go and spend your money at another restaurant, but please don't come back to our restaurant anymore, because we obviously can't make you happy. There is a way to get rid of scammers too. You call them and tell them, just don't come back. Here's your money, don't come back. With a smile and a handshake.
I had a friend of mine who owned a IHOP, and the guy came in and all he did was always complain about stuff. And so one day he complained about the pancakes being cold. And so he walked right over, and this guy's about 6'6", and he goes over to the guy and he puts his hand right into the pancakes. And he goes, "These are cold?" He goes, "They're just about burning my hand." He says, "But that's okay." He says, "You can just go and leave." And he throws them down. I'd never seen him go that nuts. He went off, and he was right. He says they were hot. They were hot.
Yeah, did you ever come across somebody who comes in, eats half the meal, and then complains? That's the one you gotta watch for.
Howard, that happens all the time. They'll eat half the meal, they'll eat 3/4 of it and go, I want to see a manager. This was cooked
right. Doesn't taste good.
And you know, there's time, you know, we at the end, the last 10 years of my career, we probably started pushing back a little bit harder. We tell them, you ate 3/4 of the dish, I'm not giving you a refund.
Good.
But here's the other thing. You know, I wrote management training programs here, how to handle complaints and stuff, and I kind of tried to give people some insight into just how to think about it. But you know, how many businesses do you get to try the product and then decide whether or not you want to pay for it?
Right.
You know, when you go to a movie and the movie's terrible, does the theater give you your money back? If you spend $3,000,
I've seen people try.
You spend $3,000 for a ticket to go to the Super Bowl and your team gets blown out. Does the NFL give you your money back? You know, dining out is an entertainment experience.
Yeah.
It's an entertainment choice. You go to a movie and it's bad, oh well, bad movie. You go to a play and it's bad, oh well, bad movie. You go to a concert and it's bad, oh well, bad movie, except for Madonna. She gets sued all the time for being 3 hours late to start her concerts now. But
her shows
it's entertainment. It's an entertainment choice. And if the chef's designed dish flavor profile doesn't match up with what you like, is that the chef's choice, or did you simply make a bad choice as a customer?
Right.
But people don't understand that, and they think, I don't like the dish, so you owe me my money back. And I'm really glad I'm out of the business from that perspective, because I'd probably done worse than John Marinak said about putting my hands on hot pancakes. That something worse would probably happen at some point.
Industry has programmed people to respond the way they're responding, so that's unfortunate.
I saw a lady in Costco in front of me a couple of weeks ago. She was returning an empty wine bottle. Empty wine. I was like, couldn't you leave at least like a little bit and say it's
Saying the wine was bad?
Yeah.
I'm guessing they give her money back. It was an empty wine bottle. I couldn't believe it.
I
There was a
apologize for
small hole
starting
in the
this
bottom and
topic.
it drained out.
It gave me a headache.
Howard, I warned you, you shouldn't bring up something like this in 2 minutes to closing time.
Yeah, I did the same thing the customer did. I'm sorry
Yeah.
I did it at the very end, but I can always count on great, insightful answers from this group. Anyway, if you want to continue it, I'll keep this on, but I want to thank everybody for coming. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you next week, and let the sauce be with you.